Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Welcome to yoga. I'm happy that you're here. I was beginning by saying, as always, my name is Eddie. Everybody is welcome here. If it's too intense for you, please take it lighter, make it a little easier for yourself. Lie down when you need to. Stay with us in breath. You can always breathe with us. Stay with us in spirit. Stay with us in energy. If you need to push harder than what I'm doing, push harder than what I'm doing. So that's the two bits to start the class off. I want to just briefly tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick warm up. We're going to tune in and do a quick warm up. And then we're going to start with a breathing exercise today. We'll do it maybe for about 3 or 4 minutes. And it's going to really be, the intention of this is to try and completely clear the lungs of just all the stale air. We're going to try and get everything out of us. It's a particular technique. And then that's going to allow us to just bring in so much more fresh life force, fresh prana, fresh oxygen, and just take deeper, fuller breaths, access more of our lungs. So that's how we're going to start class. Let's jump into it right now. Bringing your hands together at your heart. Rub your hands, make them warm. And then pull your hands to your breastbone. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold your breath in for a moment. Feel those lungs opening, kind of cracking through any residue. Exhale your breath out. Again, inhale deeply. Hold it in, just kind of crack the shell. Pop it open. Exhale your breath out. And one more time. Inhale. Hold it. Good. Exhale your breath out, everybody. Let's chant the mantra Om together 3 times. Take a breath in. Om. Again, inhaling. Om. And final round, inhale. Om. Very good. Open your eyes up. We're going to start with a really simple warm-up just to get the spine a little bit more fluid and flexible. Your hands can sit on your knees. Your hands can sit on the fronts of your shins. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, round back. And notice your back might feel tight this morning, or maybe you feel very flexible. Just kind of check in where you are. I used to go to a teacher a long time ago, and she called this camel rides. And you can imagine you're kind of sitting on the hump of the camel and just rocking back and forth as it's moving. 2 more. So we're starting to get those lungs moving. And 1 more. Very good. Inhale, bring yourself up. Put your hands down on your knees. So we're going to just stir the cauldron a little bit. Go around and around. Now, I broke one of my hard and fast rules, which is don't eat too close to your yoga class. So you always got to see how it feels in your body. Go the other direction. I personally know that I need at least 2 hours if I'm going to eat a meal before I can practice. But we're going to make it work here. Here we go. Come on back through the center. Take a slow, deep breath in. Exhale it out. Now take your hands up above you, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up to the sky for a moment. For those of us that are a little bit tighter in our shoulders, a slight bend in your elbow is going to help you to allow your shoulders to drop. If you can't, to allow your shoulders to drop. If you can keep your shoulders dropping, you can go for a really straight arm, and that feels good too. But please don't pinch your neck. So take 1 more. Take it to a side. So we're already starting to warm up just a little bit, starting to move our breath a little bit more consciously and deliberately than we did earlier in the day, most likely. Let's go to the opposite side. And then we're going to twist. So come on up, go to one side, twist. It doesn't matter which direction. And go the other way. Okay. This is going to be our breathing exercise. Listen, maybe even look for just a moment, then you'll close your eyes and do it. Hands are open on your knees. Now, I'm going to have you breathe in through the nose in a moment when I tell you. You'll breathe in your nostrils. When you exhale, you're going to exhale through your mouth, making the foggy, like you're fogging the mirror, this sound. And you're going to make that as slow and as long as you can. So maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. I don't know, maybe you can do that for 20 seconds. So you'll breathe all your breath out through your mouth. At a certain point, your breath will stop. You can't breathe anymore. And when you're in that place, keep your mouth open. And then, like in a sub whisper, you're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that counting is going to expel whatever is left in your lungs. Let's try this together. Take a slow, deep breath in. Foggy breath out your mouth. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing till nothing else will come out of you. And then mouth the numbers 1 to 10. And then continue. Inhale. So that is the technique. You're going to keep doing it. I'll join you in just a moment. Long inhale, foggy exhale until there's no more breath. And then you count to 10, trying to expel whatever is left inside of you. Keep it going. Notice if your inhales are getting larger now that you're breathing this way. And if you know Ujjayi breathing, particularly if you know how to do an Ujjayi inhale, where you're making that foggy sound on the inhale, breathing through your nostrils, do that. If that sounds complicated, don't worry about it. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do 3 more rounds and then count to 10 with your mouth open. Wherever you are, do one last round. And relax it when you're done. Now notice that feeling of tingle and light and energy in your brain. Feel the lungs having just had a little workout. This is good. Let's open our eyes up. Thank you for doing that with me. Come on to standing. So get yourself all the way up to the top end of your mat. Now you want to think about breathing fully. So our inhale, full expansion of the lungs. Exhale, Get everything out. Let's do it like this in our half sun salutation. Inhale, your arms come out and up. Now exhale through the nose or the mouth if you needed to. Exhale all the way out. And just hold it out for a moment. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold in. Get everything out of your lungs. You can bend your knees if you need to. Squeeze it out. Inhale up. So I'm asking you to take a micro pause. Exhale at the end of the exhale. Micro pause. Inhale up. Push the breath out. Long exhale. Micro pause. Look forward. Get your breath out. Nose or mouth. Get it out. Micro pause. 1 or 2 seconds. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to run through one more cycle where we're moving. Inhale it up. Exhale all the breath out. Feel how your body is helping you to expel the breath. By folding over your body, you expel your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Hands down to your heart. Now this is the last one. We are going to stay in the forward bend. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, come on all the way down. Look for. And fold in. Now stay there. Find the variation that you like. Today I'm going to put my hands around the back of my ankles or heels. It could be your calves. And I'm going to give a little pull, drawing myself in. You might be dangling. You might have your hands around your elbows. It doesn't really matter, but you need to focus on the slight adjustment physically that needs to be made in order to breathe. So when you inhale, let your chest just lift. Maybe it's 1 inch so that the breath can get into your lungs. Then on the exhale, you're going to squeeze it out. We have to make some space for inhale. Put your hands down on the ground. Step yourself back to downward facing dog. So let's walk in place maybe just a little bit. Knees are bending, maybe it's side to side, walking, bending one knee, dropping the opposite heel. Maybe you're doing the twist. I love doing the twist in downward facing dog where your feet just twist to one direction and then they twist to the other direction. Hands are staying the same the whole time. We're not moving the hands right now. So find some kind of a warm-up that you like. There is a relatively recent book. It came out in June. It was on the New York Times bestsellers list. It's called Breath, and it's by an author named James Nestor. It's a nonfiction book. And he goes into kind of the science of breathing from many, many different perspectives and how breathing can change our life and heal us, techniques of breathing, different cultures and how they breathe. It's really a great, great read for anyone who's interested in yoga, and it doesn't read like a boring scientific book. It really reads like a bestseller, and it's fascinating. Breath by James Nestor. Inhale, come on forward into plank pose. Hold that for about 5 breaths for me. Now we are always regulating our breathing. When we're practicing, we are regulating our breathing. Very good. We take one more inhale. We're coming down on the exhale. I'm going to come to the floor for the first one. Roll my shoulders back. Lift my heart up. Exhale, bring it down. Let's do this again. Inhale, lift the chest, drop the shoulders. Exhale it down and come on up to stay. Inhale, lift and drop your shoulders. Now hang out right here. Yesterday, someone after class was asking me, they said, well, in that cobra pose, I'm always riding my shoulders up to my ears. I'm demonstrating it right now. You don't want to practice like that. I'd rather you came down lower and tried to drop your elbow tips back than that you try and straighten up and pinch your neck, right? So go low and go long. Take one more. Exhale, come on, all the way back to downward facing dog. That's really good. Lovely. Okay, we're going to get forward to the top of our mat. We're going to bend the knees, lightly step or jump our feet forward. Open yourself halfway. Again, exhale all your breath out. Sweep out, come up. And exhale, release your hands down. So I'm going to face you. You continue facing forward. My fingertips are going to reach towards the floor. Now, I've got my legs together. I've got my big toes touching one another. Exhale, I'm going to drop and touch the ground. Inhale, my chest, arms, and heart are going to come up to the ceiling. Butt is heavy and back. Tail is under. I could bring my hands together at my heart. That would be fine if my shoulders bothered me. Otherwise, it's up to the ceiling. Now we're going to just give it a little bit more challenge. See if you can lift so you're standing on your big toe. It doesn't matter which foot you choose. And maybe you can pick that foot up off the ground. Try and stay low. Switch the sides. Put your foot down. Go ahead and stand up on the opposite toe. Maybe you can pick the foot up off the ground. Very nice. One more. Put the foot down. Inhale, come on, all the way up. Exhale, release your hands down together at your heart. Excellent. Okay, reach your arms out and up above you. Exhale, fold forward and down over your legs. Look to the front. And exhale. I want you to step just your left foot back here for a moment. Take your left foot, spin it flat on the ground, and your hands will be up to the ceiling. So it's really hot in Los Angeles right now. I don't know where it is or how it is where you are. But because of that, I'm not going to do a ton of sun salutations or anything like that. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. So sink down low into your pose for about 5 breaths. Just looking forward. Now take a deep breath in, straighten your front leg, start to fold right out over that leg. If you need to, this is an excellent place for blocks. You could put your hands down on blocks. I'm going to probably even pop my back foot an inch or two closer and just start to hang over that right leg. Now you got a nice forward bend. Forward bends are wonderful to accentuate long exhales in. Long exhales are cooling and calming. You may want to go back to that technique we did in the beginning where you exhale all your breath out and then open your mouth and count to 10, trying to get the last vapors out, if that feels good to you. Do about 3 more breaths here. Last one, please. Get it all out. So nice. Take your back foot, step it forward to the top of your mat. Open yourself halfway. Take your right foot, step it back, spin it flat on the ground. Take your hands, reach them up to the ceiling. So we're going to do that same sequence, starting with Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. Let's take one more good deep breath in. Get it all out, sink it low. And now we're going to come straight with the leg or straightish. Exhale over the leg, folding down. Maybe your back foot comes a couple inches closer, and I want you to stretch out over that right leg. Perfect place for blocks. Wonderful place to go back to our long exhale, counting to 10 technique. Or just hold it and breathe normally. Ah. That counting to 10 technique is good because it helps us to expel that stale air that's just kind of in those places in the lungs that we don't access quite as easily. It's also a good focusing technique. Now we're going to come out of this by stepping back to downward facing dog. I don't want to disappoint those of you that do want vinyasas. So if you would like to come through that push-up vinyasa right now, we'll lower to chaturanga or the floor. We'll take upward dog or cobra. And we'll exhale back all the way to downward facing dog. That's good. Give it 5 breaths. There's a technique that yogis practice called Uddiyana Bandha, where we actually expel all the breath and then we draw the gut up. Sometimes we do that. We do it in bridge pose sometimes. There's other ways to do it. Similar technique to really draw that gut up and force whatever's in those lungs out. Help the energy to lift upwards. Let's look forward. Bend your knees, lightly step or jump your feet to the front. Open halfway. I'll teach you that in a moment. We'll do a technique called Nauli. Sweep your arms out, come on up. And exhale, release your hands down. Okay, let's go through another technique in a similar fashion to how we just did the last one. Inhale your hands up above you. Exhale, fold forward and down. We'll start the same way. We're going to look to the front. Keep your right foot where it is. Step way back with your left foot. This is a very manageable way to get into postures. Spin your left foot flat on the ground. Take your hands, heart, chest, arms, if you can. Reach them up to the ceiling. We've got Warrior 1. Hold it for a breath or two. Let yourself gently internally warm in preparation for the next sequence. You may very well like to use a block in the next sequence. I'm going to use one here because I like it. I'm going to straighten my front leg, put that block right by my calf, open the arms, chest, hips up, and bringing that right hand down. Left hand can go up to the sky. Oh. You've got your foundation. You feel those 2 feet flat on the ground. And really just reach out. Very good. Take one more inhale. Now what we're going to do is switch the arms. The left hand is going to come down. Before I can go too far, I need to bring my back foot a few inches closer, spin it in, and if I'm going to use a block, I will move it by the big toe side, On the inside, left hand goes down, right hand goes up. So this is twisting triangle. You might not need a block, maybe higher, lower. Yoga is not a game of absolutes. There is no absolute right way to do something. You're trying to facilitate the maximum opening that you can find, the deepest breathing that you can find, the most focus and concentration, clarity that you can find. And that's different for everybody. Take one more inhale. Back foot is going to step forward. Touch down. Bring your back foot to the front. Open your spine halfway. We'll switch again by taking the right leg back. Spin it flat on the ground. We're going to start in warrior one. Hands coming up to the ceiling. Getting in low for about 5 breaths. Hands could be at the heart too. I hope you're still thinking about expelling all of your air. Good, one more. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Open your hips up, reach it forward. Good. So it's triangle pose, right hand is up to the ceiling. You know, I have to tell you, there is a butterfly frenzy happening outside my window right now. Every time I look out the window, there's more butterflies going by, big ones, like, you know, the kind of monarch style, big butterflies. And of course, they're so beautiful, but butterflies are also a wonderful symbol of transformation, rebirth and transformation. Going into the cocoon and dissolving and coming forth as a new creature, a new being. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Slowly bring your hands down. Take your back foot, step it forward just a little bit. Now I'm going to put my block on the inside, the big toe side of my foot, and my left hand is going to go up to the ceiling. You know, you imagine this caterpillar building its cocoon, and it's very confining space, right? It dissolves inside this confinement of this cocoon and then is reborn. And even the act of struggling to get out of the cocoon is part of the strengthening process to the butterfly, the ultimate butterfly. And we're definitely in a cocoon phase right now, right? There is a confinement that's constraining us all. And we're kind of dissolving and going through some evolution as well, if we choose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, place your hand down. But I think all these butterflies are symbolizing, step back, our ultimate emergence. Downward facing dog, we can come forward into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. Back bend. And downward facing dog. Feels good. Everyone's doing a nice job. Okay, let's look forward to the top of the mat. Bend your knees, lightly step or jump your feet forward. Open halfway. Fold all the way down. Sweep out, come up. Very good. Release your hands down. Take a moment. Shoulders relaxing. Standing up nice and tall. And then I'm going to teach you this technique called Nauli. There's different ways to practice it. I'm going to give you something that's just very basic. Okay. So open your eyes up. Watch me for just a moment. So we're going to start with our feet. In fact, you can do this. We're going to start with our feet open, probably almost to the width of your mat. You want that space because you are going to be coming down like that. You're really dropping your chest between your legs. So you want to open up your knees enough that you can actually let your belly and your chest drop through. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a deep breath in. When I exhale, I'm going to go into that squat, hands on the knees, all my breath out through the mouth. Same thing that we were doing. When my breath is all out, I'm going to round my back, tuck my chin, and imagine that I'm scooping my gut up, hollowing my gut. You could even do the count to 10 if you wanted to with your mouth open. So it's going to look like this. Watch me one time. I'm going to take a breath in. I'm going to go down, hold it out. And then inhale up. Whew. Okay, so down, hold it out, round, tuck the chin, and create internal suction. You actually can't count. I just discovered that while I was trying it. So let's do it together. Your feet are wide. Try this with me. Inhale, exhale, hands on the knees. Go down, bend your knees. Hold that breath out, get it all the way out. Stay low, round your back, tuck your chin, wiggle your hips a little bit, try and scoop your belly. Inhale, stand. Now that might make you lightheaded. Exhale it out. So squeeze your buns, squeeze your legs. We're going to do 4 or 5 of them. If you're too light, leave it off for a moment. Let's go. Breath in, down, round, suction, belly up. Stand. Inhale. Stay standing. Exhale. 2 more. You feel that lift of energy to your brain? Inhale, down. Hold it out, round. Inhale. Squeeze your legs. Good. Can you do 1 more with me? Let's give it a shot. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it out. Nice. Inhale. Step your feet together. Squeeze your legs strong and powerfully. Squeeze your buns if that helps. Ground yourself. If you can close your eyes, close your eyes. And now just feel yourself. I was going to say it's like a rocket lifting off, but it's not so much a rocket as like a hot air balloon, just slowly picking up height. Kind of feel that expansion in the brain lifting you. This is good. Okay, I want to do a technique here for your shoulders, a deep shoulder opening. So I have a strap over here. If you have a strap, you might want to use one. If you don't have a strap, then you can use a sock. You can use a belt. You can use nothing. You don't have to catch if you can't. So what I'm going to do is take the strap. I'm going to just drop it over my right shoulder like that. My right hand's going to come up. So look how my legs are wide. If I didn't say that, turn to the side and open your legs wide. Or you can face forward, but just open your legs wide. I'm going to bend my right hand, my right arm, so my right hand is coming down, and I'm grabbing the strap. My left hand comes behind me and comes up, and I grab the strap. So I'm holding the strap between both hands. Now, I have the flexibility that I don't actually need to hold the strap, so some of you will be there with me. Some of you won't. Some of you will have a lot of space between your strap. Some of you couldn't give a strap. Here we go. Take a nice deep breath in. And now what I'm going to do next, my feet are parallel, is bend my right knee. My right elbow is pointing up. I'm bending my right knee, and I'm going to twist my body. Look to the right. Turn and turn and turn. And then take my left shoulder and try and retract it. Now, if you've got shoulder issues, be really mellow with this. This is deep, deep, deep work in your shoulders. So twisting right, retracting, pulling your left shoulder back. Right knee is bent. Come back through the center. Now again, you're holding your strap or you're holding your fingers. If you can, fold. Now that also gets really deep. So you could bend your knees a lot. You could stay standing. One more breath. Bend those knees a little bit. Lift that chest up high. And slowly take your arms out. Unwind them. I'm going to put the strap over my left shoulder, hanging down my back. Left arm comes up, left elbow bends, and I reach down and I can hold the strap. Right hand comes behind my back, and I walk my hand up the strap. And if you can bring your fingers together to bind, then bring your fingers. If not, just hold your strap. Okay? If you can't hold anything, you don't have a strap, you can grab onto your shirt. Now take your left knee, bend it just a little bit, twist to the left. Turn and look to the left. Once you've gone left, let your right shoulder, like you're pulling your wing back. Look left, right shoulder back. So good. Come back through the center. Exhale, fold forward if you can. If not, just stay standing. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Release your hands down, roll your shoulders out. Take your strap, put it down. Step to the top of your mat. Hands together your heart. Now just feel across your shoulders. Feel that openness, yeah? Feel across the chest. Feel the length in your neck. Feel the length of your spine once again. Inhale, your arms come up to the ceiling. Exhale. This time we will go through one sun salutation. Look to the front, breathing in. Gently step or lightly jump your feet back and lower. Come through a back bend. Downward facing dog. And drop down onto your knees. Put your forearms down onto the ground, okay? Forearms are down on the ground. Now look at your hands and make sure that your arms and your elbows and your hands are on railroad tracks. I'm going to put my palms flat and I want my arms really, really straight. The tendency is that your hands are going to want to come together in this, so I'm going to ask you to try and keep your hands apart. One thing that can help is you could put a block down and you could just clip the block with the side of your hands. That would work as well. Okay? Anything is fine. Now from here, also be aware if you have shoulder issues or very tight shoulders. This is deep. This is called dolphin pose. We're going to turn our toes into the ground. We're going to start to walk forward a little bit with our feet. Do not worry about your legs. You can keep them bent. Push through your arms. Again, beware if you have shoulder concerns. This is very deep stretching in the shoulders. You might stay down and do child's pose. If you've got that dolphin pose there and it feels pretty good, maybe take your right leg up to the ceiling, point it up, reach high. And switch sides, maybe it's an option. Good. Now, last thing you're going to do, walk your feet way back. Lower your body parallel to the ground. So we've got a low plank going on. We've got our hands nice and parallel. We've got our elbows parallel to one another. And just squeeze it. Why don't you try to breathe out through your mouth, expel all the air. Two more times. Really expel it. And one more. Get it out. Drop your knees, drop your chest. Ooh, come onto your stomach. You have earned a nice rest. So I can put my hands down and Make a little pillow for my head or turn my head to the side. You can reach your arms back, whatever feels best. Let's spend a moment here, and then I'm going to talk about deep belly breathing. Now, being on your stomach is one of the best places to learn how to breathe really deeply into your lower lungs. Focus on the lungs today. You want to breathe into the lower lungs. Many people breathe very shallowly, just right under their collarbones, kind of right into the upper lungs. Because on your stomach, the weight of your body is compressed, you're pressing the rib cage, you can't really expand the ribs, so the breath has to drop down. So everybody go ahead and just put your forehead down on your arms. And I want you to take the slowest, deepest breath in through your nose that you can take. And focus on pushing it down so your belly expands like a balloon against the floor. And then exhale slowly, nose or mouth, and gently squeeze your belly button back away from the floor, so deflate. You're going to do that 5 times. Deepest breath. Inhale, belly expands in the ground. Exhale, squeeze the belly. But accessing, working your lower lungs. Do one more like this. That's good. Very, very nice. All right. You know, our lungs need to work out like anything else. They need to be used. They need to be stretched. It's not enough to just kind of unconsciously breathe all day, shallowly. And you want to breathe deeply. You want to breathe powerfully. You want to breathe consciously. Inhale, lift your chest and both legs up. So I've got my hands on the small of my back. Exhale, come down. Inhale, chest and legs up. Again, expand those lower lungs. Exhale, down. Feel the compression as you go down. Inhale up. Belly full. Exhale, down. Come on up. Stay up if you can. Inhale. Now breathe. Your arms could be out to the side. They could stay on the back like I'm doing. You could go straight forward with your arms, whatever you like. One more. Inhale it up. And come on all the way down. Now make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to one side. Doesn't matter which side you choose. And do 3 more of the deep belly breathing. Fill your belly like a balloon. And then slowly get it all out. Good. Okay, turn your head back to the center. We're going to try for bow pose, bending your knees, bringing your hands back. You're going to catch your feet. Now, if you can't do that, you could go back to what we just did, or you could do cobra pose, would be fine as well. Let's inhale up and exhale down. Feel that. Fill your belly, expand your lungs. Inhale. Stretch the ribs, stretch the chest. Go ahead, take it down. And again, inhale. Oh, exhale. Last one, come up, stay up. Breathing. So again, you can feel that balloon expanding into the floor, but also we've got the stretch and the openness all the way up to the collarbones. Get the lungs. One more. Slowly come on down. Very good. Get onto your hands and your knees, everybody. Inhale, lift your chin and chest up. Round your back. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale. Now this time, round your back. Exhale through your mouth. Foggy mirror. Inhale. Do it again. Exhale, round your back. Foggy mirror. Hold your breath out. Roll back. Child's pose. Inhale. So forward on the inhale, round the back, exhale. Get it all out. Hold it out. Roll back. Suck your gut. Inhale. Round your back. Exhale, mouth. Hold it out. Round your back. Last one. Exhale. Hold it out. Roll it back. Good. Inhale. Can you sit up on your heels for just a moment? If you cannot sit on your heels, if that does not work for you, then go ahead and cross your legs. Let's just sit like this for one moment. Close your eyes. Allow your breath to move to its natural rhythm and pattern. So we're not going to deepen it right now. We're going to go to natural. And feel the light in your brain. As I look into my brain, as I look into my third eye point, the feeling is so golden. It's just like there's so much sunlight streaming through. A few more seconds. If you notice you're tense, let go of that tension. If you're trying, let go of the trying. This is so good. All right. Those of you that are headstand experts and you want to do your headstand now. Those of us that are going to come onto our back instead, go ahead and come onto your back. If you like rolling with me, you can rock and roll on your spine. If you don't like rocking on your spine, you can come on your back and rock side to side. This is just a great massage. Again, a great little squirt of energy up into your brain. So if you happen to be in headstand, do headstand. If you're going to roll back into shoulder stand, roll all the way back. Support your back with your hands. Take your legs up to the ceiling. Now I'm going to continue offering that technique if anybody wants to do it, whether you're in headstand or shoulder stand, or even if you're on your back and your legs are up to the ceiling. We can do a 3-part breath in our inversion where we inhale and we exhale. Preferably for this technique, you would exhale through your mouth, making a foggy sound. And then you would hold your breath out with your mouth open and count. Maybe you can only count to 5. Maybe you can count to 10. Do 5 or 6 rounds of this. And if it's too complicated being upside down and doing that technique, just breathe in and out. For every variation that might be given, there is a primary concept. The primary concept is breathe in, breathe out, in terms of what we're doing right now. And then you start to add variations that make it more complex. That's fine. But you can always go back to the original theme. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to come into a plow pose. If you happen to be in shoulder stand, start dropping your knees down to your forehead. And today I'm going to suggest, if possible, reaching your hands back to the wall behind you and letting your feet start to drop down towards your fingers. So maybe your fingers and your toes will touch one another. If you're on your back, stay on your back. If you're in headstand, start to come down. And then from there, we're going to roll ourselves down and down all the way, and everybody will meet on their backs. Take a breath in and out. Just notice how you feel right now. Before we move on, let's just sit in some good vibes. So you're an energetic being, you're a vibrational being. Below the surface of the physical matter, there is energy vibrating. You want to start to connect with that, harmonize with that, become aware of that, let it grow, let it become stronger, let it bring greater wellness and healing and life force to the physical structure. Stretch your legs away on the floor, sit on top of your hands. We're going to do a fish pose. If you don't know fish, you may want to look at me and then try it yourself. My legs will go totally straight. I'm sitting on my hands, palms are flat. Elbows drop, breastbone arches up, and the top of your head is going to go back. Okay? That's fish pose. Now from here, we've got a posture that really extends and opens the upper lungs. So focus on the upper lung and fill it. Good. This is so wonderful, this class. This idea of using our lungs to their fullest capacity. One more inhale. And exhale. Strong, healthy lungs. Knees bend, feet go flat on the floor. Hips go up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Especially since, we've got a virus going around right now that attacks the lungs. That's what we see. We see it on the news. We hear it. It attacks the lungs. It attacks respiration. You're well, you're healthy right now. Develop your lungs. Develop your respiration. Become strong. Let's take one more inhale. Very good. Exhale, come on all the way down onto your back. If anybody wants to do a wheel pose, you could do a wheel pose. We're going to take a twist to finish this class out. Any twist you like. I'm going to drop my right knee to my left side. Once again, I don't know where the time went, but it is time to twist and take Shavasana. That's a real sign that you're connected with your source energy when something becomes timeless. You're just in it. You're in the moment. And that kind of notion of time just disappears. Come on back through the center. I hope you felt that way. And you're not like, oh, this class was so long. No, it wasn't. It flew by. I don't care what you say. So a little bit more in this last twist, and then we're just going to take about 3 minutes. That's all we've got for Shavasana. Bring yourself back through the center. Of course, you're always welcome to stay resting on your back and have a longer Shavasana, but for the length of our class, that is what we have. So stretch your legs out, turn your palms to face up. And let's start, now that we've worked our lungs, we've worked our whole body, but we really have this focus on lungs today. Let's feel a really natural respiration where we're no longer working, but there's just a sense of ease. A sense of ease about our respiration. Slowly start to take a breath in and out. If you are going to join us, come on up to sitting, taking your time. If you prefer to rest longer, go ahead and just rest. As you bring yourself up to sitting, feel your butt on the ground, feel your spine tall. Maybe close your eyes for one moment and feel how much lightness, how much energy there is in your brain. We'll bring our hands together at our heart, and we will finish with a final Om. Take your breath in. Om. Rub your hands together. Take your hands down over your head and your body. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.